Alright, this is how I have my self-advancing knee ascender set up. This is one of the first ones I built. The bungee is buried deep inside the S.A.K.A. I still have a little piece to trim off there, but nonetheless it's buried through the length of that S.A.K.A. Now, if I wasn't going to do this bury, it would be just as easy to take a bungee and put it up over your shoulder and attach it to the top of your sender. The point being, all of the bungee that is buried inside of here represents any bungee that you would have to put up over your shoulder, or you'd have to put up over your back, or you'd have to attach someplace in your harness. I can take that bungee, and if I'm in between long ascents, normally if I'm done with it, of course I'll store it on my belt. But in between short ascents, I can just clip that to the leg strap on my harness and keep it out of the way. Now I have enough stretch in this bungee that what I like to do is attach it to a center point of my harness. This is where my climbing apparatus will be, and if I keep everything centered in the proximity of the rope, I can keep the center of my lift, or the center of my pressure, with the center of my gravity, and that way I don't lose any strength. The other thing is, if you were just to take, and say you can just take something that is stiff, like one of these, and attach it to your ankle, but have it up here, that would be fine. The problem with that is that when you take a step, your knee goes forward. And as your knee goes forward, if that ascender was attached to your knee, then that pressure is pushing you backwards and taking you off your center of gravity. So what I'm looking for is to have my ascender, and everything is centrally attached to my harness, and I would like to have the self-advancing knee ascender also centrally attached and as close to the proximity of the core here as possible, so that when it goes up and down the rope, it stays right in that center of gravity. And the beauty of having a very strong bungee cord that is also very stretchable is that it allows me to have that center point attachment, keeping everything very compact, but yet getting a full step. Now, if I didn't have a good bungee cord, I wouldn't be able to, that would break. So when I get it dialed in just right, and you get that length just perfect, you should be able to take a good step and yet have that bungee attached so that it's out of the way. I don't have a lot of bungee over my shoulder or going between my legs or anyplace else. It's just right there, centrally attached. Center of pressure stays with the center of gravity, and it makes the ascending much easier.